20th of December. 23rd is Jiva Goswami's disappearance day. 24th is the what they call the Sobha Yatra. It's hard to describe. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, like the jump, because you want to have some understanding of something that's impossible to understand. Eternal time is impossible to understand. You can say there is space in eternal time, but it's unlimited. And also it's minute at the same time. And also there's time and eternality. But in the same way, there's no divisions. So our mind is divided in past, present, future. All our senses are occupied in that way. So where is that stepping point where me as a soul, pure soul, has taken this position? We know it's from desire. But our desire is not detailed. Oh, I want a desire, and I'd like to have a spoon like this and that. No, we're not in detailed desire. We're in desire, and we're in need. So we're in need of fulfilling the desire, our wonderful desire, and manifest it, right? That's what you want to do. You want to manifest your desire. So, I can't do it, but I can do it if Krishna puts together my whole desire. Like Leon Musk puts together everything for the robot. Same thing, no difference. So 53 trillion genomes are in me. But I have a desire, and of course that desire manifesting depends on my good karma. And if there's bad karma, then it's less manifested. There's some dependency there. So I attract genomes that have that type of desire. They're personalized genomes. They are living entities, just like this personality is a living entity. All of them are supporting my lips, my nose. They're supporting to manifest. It's incredibly complex. So, there's got to be some direction here, because I can have a desire, but I don't know how to manifest it. There's got to be some hidden direction that helps me get my desire fulfilled. So Krishna, as Super Soul, he is on duty 24/7, and his duty is to help manifest my desire. Everything that I'm seeing is manifested through what is called projected energy. Projected energy is full. My vision of the spoon is reflected energy. But the supporter of this spoon's existence is projected energy. So Krishna is projecting his energy out, and I am having this reflected. Now this depends not just on this individual that you're seeing here. This, to manifest, depended on many circumstances to come into existence. But they also, each one of them has projected energy and reflected energy, and they're manifesting it. And I'm identifying with it. It's a spoon. Oh, it's steel. But the supporter of all that is projected energy. It doesn't stop. So you can say there's a pathway through the senses of projected energy. The projected energy is sitting within this bone here. I'm giving it a locality because it has been shown that this energy is not identifiable by seeing it move. They can't see it move, but it's identifiable on what the reaction is to the pineal gland. So this is activating, and this is actually, like a very good spot to hit the vagus nerve and balance out. Very good spot. It feels like you're going right in, and if you go down, you'll hit super soul. Very good. And connecting, you can hit the navel or 2 inches below the navel. Chinese say 2 inches below, or the navel. And you can balance. So it's a very special spot. I'm giving it a locality because we need locality. Even Krishna needs locality in his leelas and everything. So there's an activation energy that goes here. That is purely projected energy. Once it gets to my pineal gland, it depends on the pineal gland ability to process it, and then the pineal gland lets it have entrance into my existence. This is continuously happening. For me to touch this table, there must be projected energy, and I am touching and feeling, and that's reflected energy. This is forced upon me. This person who is spiritually advanced is never seeing this process as I see it, nor feeling this process as I feel it. No. He's understanding that I'm just a soul in here looking out, and how am I to travel from here to the eyes, to the nose, to the mouth? So, spiritual person, he travels to the eyes, to the nose, from here, on the projected energy, and everything that he is seeing, everything that he is identifying with, is totally under the guidance of the projected energy. He doesn't step off and then step on, no. I may, in my lifetime, step on a little bit and step off, but mostly off into reflected energy. So he doesn't have the same energy. His body does not project the same energy as mine. He's totally, you could say, dependent, but he's totally serving. I'm just the eyes for Vishnu. I'm just the nose for Vishnu. in this way. My tongue is just the taste for Vishnu or Krishna. So, his energy around him and everything around him is energized by his ability to project. So, him just touching a devotee or something like that, he's touching with projected energy. And this is confirmed by Vishwanatha Chakrabarti Thakur. There is a total difference to that person that's coming up and using his reflected energy and speaking even direct verses from the Bhagavatam or the Bhagavad Gita or any verse like that. Totally different. Now, his energy being projected into this world, he doesn't identify it as his energy. His ability to connect with anything, his necessity to connect, because he's got to walk, he's got to sleep, he's got this, that, and the other, is always as the observer sitting on the projected energy. Yeah. He's the observer sitting on the projected energy. He's not thinking, I am the doer at all. So if you get near him, he's able to give you that energy in its pure form. And the more you try to be receptive to his energy, the more you are being touched by projected energy. And even sometimes we don't know, but the pure devotee, when he's even just walking around near people, even like in the airport or anything like that, his projected energy seat is always there. So anybody he comes in contact with, he gives entrance, somewhat. But I'm just saying this to show that for us, in the lower state, that it's always reflected energy, and it's such a confusion. We can't make the jump. We can't get into the projected energy as the pure devotee is already. And he's not even trying. He's just there. And it's just emanating from him. So, the only way that one person could go from being bound, and I do mean bound, by the reflected energy, and go into the projected energy, is only by the mercy of a pure person. Only. Yeah, that's it. There's no other way. He's not bound by space and time, so it doesn't mean you're at any loss. You can be anywhere in the universe and it can happen, but the prayer should be that I want that personality that has connection with projected energy, and I want to cross over the border with my passport into that same realm of projected energy. Because he can see the illusion for what it really is, if he wants to. But the pure devotee is so open for only serving Krishna that he allows himself to be totally under the guidance, manipulation of Krishna. You know, and in that way serve Krishna. Of course, sometimes, due to mercy, kripa, because there's always these statements by Krishna, if the person is qualified, if the person, so many statements like that. Yeah. Even if the person is not qualified, but through the mercy of a personality as such that's sitting on projected, and actually we're sitting on projected energy. I'm not moving. I'm just the observer all the time, but I don't become conscious of it, and I neglect it. I actually neglect, I don't want to become conscious of it. But we are sitting on the projected energy. He is not. So sometimes he crosses the bounds and says, no, I want to give this person special energy and get them back to the spiritual world. So many times they do this. And at that point, Krishna says, okay, I reward those as they, surrender to me, but you're jumping the gun, so you're going to have to take a little bit of the trouble. That's about it, You're going to have to take over the trouble. Okay, it's almost 20 minutes on this, and I don't want to pay so much just to put out a video because my mind is just working. My mind is not saying, oh, I have to help somebody. Oh, they're suffering and this and that and the other. No, it's not like that. I'm just an individual soul who's greedy, who's got so many faults and everything. I'm just putting this out because I want, if I talk, I know if I talk, and I talk in a way that helps somebody, okay, then I know I'm getting paid. Yeah, I'm getting paid more than anybody could pay because I'm helping somebody to understand that point. That is like the basic point. That's the first two verses of Purusha Sukta. First two verses of Purusha Sukta. One is space. Das angulam. Das 10 fingers. Yes. This world is das angulam. And Vishnu's world is beyond that 10-finger measurement. So that's space. And then the next verse is time. Om Purusham. Okay, too early in the morning. Yeah. Too early in the morning. So the next one is time. It describes time in the past. And it describes time in the future. But it doesn't indicate time in the present because Vishnu is sitting there. Vishnu sits in the present. Krishna sits in the present. Yeah. So space and time are delineated in the first two verses in the first prayer of the whole universe. So space and time are very important. what is it? Tesla? Frequency, vibration, and matter. Those three things are the most important things. Okay, 20 minutes here. I'll stop it there. Haribo, Haribo.